Hey everybody, Mike getting back to you with another 40K battle report. 7th edition, 2,000 points, and this time I'm feeling lucky. I won the roll-off, but that's about all that I won so far. So, Thunderwolf Cav, 2 squads, separate this time. I'm running them separate to see if they do just as good, you know? Squad of Long Fangs, huge point sink here, about 275 points. Because I only took 4, because there's no point in taking 5 now, because they can't do their own fire control, they just split fire. I took 4 of them, 3 with lace cannons, 1 with a plasma cannon, and then I took 4 SpaceWolves to soak up wounds and an Iron Priest. Gonna test it out, see how it works. Judging by what I have to go up against, it's gonna be pretty interesting. These guys are, you know, in the back. Another squad of 5 Blood Claws. These guys with Niall, they're in the Storm Wolf, and the over there in the corner. You can go ahead and pan over. Got 2 flyers this game. One's a Storm Fang, one's a Storm Wolf. And then I got the other squad right here. And then I got a squad of 10 Blood Claws in the Rhino, Wizzywig. A squad of 5 Blood Claws with a Rune Priest. And then he has a upgrade to Mastery Level 2. And the Armor of Russ, which is a 2+, 4+. And that's pretty much it from my side. Bobby's rocking the Ultramarines this time. He's got his own Wizzywig chapter he's working on. And then he's got the Centurions with... I'll
go ahead and tell them what I got over here.
Yeah.
I have a squad of 3 Centurions with some grav cannons and missiles going on. They're going to be traveling Trigarius. I got 2 Rhinos over here. They each have a tactical squad with melt-a-gun. 2 Razorbacks that have a 5-man attack with melt-a-guns. Hiding over here in the forest is what's his name? A Calexis assassin.
There you go, that guy.
Down in this drop pod that hasn't come in yet is a squad of Stern Guard and a Kodiaz and also a Inquisitor, a Xenos Inquisitor. And then there is a Storm Raven over here that is in reserve.
Alright, so the mission is Escalation this time, out of the tactical Maelstrom objectives warbook thingy-ma-thinger. And I'm really excited to see how this one plays, because I've only done it like once. So with a 2,000 point game, it's going to be large scale, so it's going to be really cool to see how that goes. Really other than that, just straight up regular Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Linebreaker. And random objectives, I guess. Do we have mysterious objectives in this one?
We'll determine that.
Yeah, we'll determine whether that was mysterious objectives, but we'll get back to you at the bottom of 1. Hey everybody, getting back to you at the bottom of 2 because turn 1 and 2 went really fast. So turn 1, I shot, did almost deadly. I put 1 whole point on that guy, and then his turn 1, Bobby drop potted in right here, right in front of my guys, and then Kodiaz and another Inquisitor.
Yes.
Another Inquisitor got out with a 8-man Stern Guard squad, and he like boltered with cracking bolts to strength 4 AP3 or whatever, and killed the whole squad off. So he got First Blood, but in retaliation, in the next phase, after he fired all that stuff in and killed 1 Thunderwolf model, my guys both came on. 1 auto reserve because I'm running the Wolves Unleashed attachment. I'd recommend it because you only got to wait 1 turn to bring in a fly. It's a really good option. But then these guys moved up. These guys moved around. I was trying to stay away from him, because it's just really annoying, and he really serves no purpose other than bother me.
Yeah, the Calexis assassin's pretty bad when you're taking psychers.
Yeah, he's pretty annoying. This guy failed admirably, but at least he didn't peril himself. I rolled 5 warp charge to get Murder's Hurricane. I didn't make but 1. I got 1 warp charge. I needed 2. And then when I passed on Thunderclap, Bobby denied with like 5 6s. So it was pretty harsh. But in shooting phase, these guys, like champs, took out the drop pod and then split fired a plasma cannon that did not overheat into Kodiaz and his squad. Took out 2 with that. And this guy was a champ. I really needed him to pull through for me. He killed off 6 guys with a strength 6 AP3 blast. And then his missile shot, but this one dude that he had like was just ridiculous. Like he pulled off like 5 or 8 saves.
That's because he was the SpaceWolf Death Watch guy.
Right, yeah, there you go. He had the agility, right? And then in the ensuing shooting phase, I put 2 hull points on that guy and stunned him, so he shouldn't be able to move unless he has extra armor.
this guy right here.
Does he have extra armor?
No, he can just snap fire.
Snapfire. Okay, so that's good. I slowed down that little bit. This guy ran out like a boss, tried to ram him, failed miserably.
Yeah, we both did.
And these guys charged in and took one wound from Codiaz and the Inquisitor, who were left alive. And then the Thunderhammer or the Power Fist, I'm sorry, just beat them to death. And then that was pretty much it. Successful turn for SpaceWolves. We cleared out the backfield. But now we still have to deal with all this and the Storm Raven that's coming in. So we'll get back to you guys at the bottom of 3. Hey everybody, Mike getting back to you. Bottom of 4, we only went through one more turn because the game had to be closed up. Bobby had to go to school. But at the end, it looked like I was winning.
Yeah, you were.
It looked like it, but you can never tell in 40K.
Well, the last time you got a whole bunch of D3 extra objectives, and every time you rolled a 3.
Oh, yeah.
So at that point, you had 9 points right off the bat just from 3 objectives. So it was like, okay.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of broken. I don't like playing with them unless it's a player agreement that we use them. And in which case, sometimes we just discarded stuff. Like, I got some pure objective 2, there was no way I was going to get that. And then demolitions, I wasn't going to get that because he didn't have any fortifications, and there was no gun emplacements. But I got Kingslayer, rolled a D3, so I got 3 on that. So that plus Slay the Warlord, plus Oath of Vengeance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 5, right? Because 3, 1, 2, yeah, so 5 right there. And then I got Blood and Guts, I got D3, and I got 3 off of that. So that's 8. And then I got the Heroes Ephemeris, the Challenge, which was 9. I didn't get Linebreaker because I wasn't within 12 inches of his table edge. But overall, this army performed great compared to like the Champions of Fenris Codex supplement. It's really
Telling you
hard.
with that one, just do it all dreadnoughts. Just run.
Yeah, it's just really, it's really unique. Like it's great for fluff and flavor. But I like this army. I'm definitely going to be fielding it a lot more often. Maybe with some tweaks here and there just to give it more power and pack a punch up against a Night Titan. Or 6 Night Titans because it's like legal. But overall, the guys performed great. Bobby did a great job too, though. Like he poured out a lot of firepower. It's just I didn't roll shitty this game, so I got lucky there. But these guys, 275 points for the point sink. I don't know if it's worth it yet because they weren't even assaulted this turn. Like this whole game, they weren't touched. So I don't know. Did I deter you with that at all?
No, I just couldn't get over there.
Okay.
That's all. If you didn't kill the stern guard, that was their next target.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Bobby went for the quick and easy on the kill point over there, and that might have cost him that half of the table, but he still got it. It was a great game, though. It was a lot of fun, Bob. It really was. All right, we'll get back to you guys with another battle report, probably after December, because I have to work and I don't have any time. So take it easy. Like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, Mike getting back to you. So at the bottom of turn 3, there was a lot that went down, and I forgot to do the recording for it because we just got caught up, and it was a really good turn. So I'm just going to explain it to you real quick. So at my turn 3, my Storm Wolf moved up after jinking like crazy, because at the bottom of Bobby's turn 2, which is something I forgot to mention in the other video, Bobby's Storm Raven put a shit ton of firepower into my Storm Wolf, and he literally did 5 whole points worth of damage, but somehow he ended up, I ended up making a lot of jinx saves. I only took 1 whole point, and that really was a crucial thing for him, because if he had shot it down, he would have killed probably all of the Terminators in there, along with Niall, but Niall was eternal, so at least he has that, and he would have survived, even if he took a wound. But then, I jinked past all that. In his turn 2, at the bottom of his 2, his Calexis Assassin moved up a little bit closer to my guys. Couldn't get into combat just yet. That was in turn 3. I'll explain that in a second. But in his turn 2, he moved all his other stuff around, shot a little bit, but not really to any avail. Fortunately for me, his army... His army was moving way slower than mine, so I had that advantage going for me. Um, he did a good job though, as far as that's concerned. And then in my turn 3, my Stormwolf dropped down into hover mode, moved up 12 inches, deployed my Terminators, and then the Stormwolf was snap firing because he janked a lot, but the Storm Fang still had plenty of firepower to bear, and we cleared out the backfield earlier. So then my Storm Fang moved up and shot into his Storm Raven, or no, wait. Yeah, we shot into a Storm Raven with the Storm Fang and with the Long Fangs and made it jink. Put 2 hull points on it, and then since it was jinking, I wasn't worried about it the next turn. Even if he did drop in hover mode, I should have been able to survive that with no problem. And then my Thunderwolf Cav, they moved around to reposition themselves. I floored it with my one Rhino that wasn't immobilized. Immobilized itself in turn 1. But the other one moved up full 18, got right up into the heart of his army, and they just went on a suicide mission and said, fuck it, let's just do it. And then opened fire a little bit, killed a few Marines with a flamer, and I think just a bolt pistol. The Rune Priest and his guys, they re-embarked into the Rhino that was already immobilized, but they got in there so that way they couldn't get shot up or assaulted, at least in that turn. And then that was pretty much it for my turn 3. I got into assault with his Centurions for the first time. Thank God they don't have Overwatch because they're slow and purposeful. And then after his Centurions, and I got into close combat, I put 2 wounds on them. 3 wounds. I put 3 wounds on them in close combat for that first phase. And then in Bobby's turn 3, he dropped down into hover mode with his flyer and shimmied around a little bit to get a better vantage point on my Thunderwolf Cav because they were right there. He assaulted them with his in my turn 3, I assaulted his Calexis Assassin because his Calexis Assassin had killed off my other 2 Thunderwolf Cav, and then his Calexis Assassin had consolidated. So in my turn 3, I had charged his Calexis Assassin, killed it off, and then consolidated. So it's not unbeatable, but it's definitely a tough character to fight against. My Hammer of Wrath did 3 wounds to him right off the jump, so that was really cool. And then my Power Fist finished him off, but he put a wound on one of my guys. Or no, he didn't. No, actually, he didn't do any wounds, funny enough. So then in his turn 3, he was in hover mode with the Storm Raven, and he shot into my Thunderwolf Cav. Did a couple wounds, but I saved. My armor saved, surprisingly. And then he moved up, shot a grenade into my Rhino, putting a hull point on it. And then I think... No, he charged my Rhino. And then he put a hull point on it with a grenade. But other than that, there was really nothing in the backfield. Everything was happening on the other side. He fired 2 melted guns into my one Rhino that went on the crazy mission in my turn 3. And so in his turn 3, he put 2 melted gun shots into that. He didn't manage to blow it up, but he did manage to take 2 hull points off of it. So I had 1 left, and then a crack grenade took the last hull point off, and so it didn't explode, thank God, but it just was wrecked. So I couldn't have asked for a better result from that. And he wasn't able to shoot at my guys that were in there that fell out, but he was able to assault them. And surprisingly, my 10 Blood Claws that had like 30 attacks, they only did like 5 wounds, something like that, and he saved 2 or 3 of them. So they did really poorly in assault. But he did 8. With 5 guys, he did 8 wounds. And then he took out... What was it? He took out 3 of those 8
because I rolled 5 armor saves out of the 8, so that's pretty decent, I guess. And then we continued the combat with the Centurions, and he piled in his guys into the combat, and he still didn't kill anybody. But I was putting wounds out like crazy. I killed 2 Centurions that round, and they stayed in combat, thankfully, because I didn't want to get shot to death. Um, then that was it for the bottom of turn 3, and then going into turn 4, which is the most important turn of the game, we had to clear out and everything like that. But in my turn 4, my Thunderwolf Cav moved over, and I had an objective that I really wanted to get. I had to kill 3 units in assault in order to get it, and I got it. So I was really happy about that. But he left himself open to that. He didn't really have much of an option as far as that was, because I pushed him. I made him come close enough for an assault, and so once he did that, I moved in, and it was really great though. It really was. It was awesome. I moved my Thunderwolf Cav around, moved my Rune Priest with his 4 guys that were left, and what was it? I used Murder's Hurricane. I actually got it off this time because his Colexus Assassin wasn't there anymore to nerf me, and he didn't deny. And I dropped a huge blast template right on top of one dude that was left, and I managed to actually roll a 6 for a Ren, so it killed him. Bobby rolled a 5 when he went to ground, and I was like, dude, if you had gotten a 6, I would have just dropped the dice right there. And he started laughing, so that was cool. But then my other squad of 7 Bloodclaws that was left, they shot Flame Template, Bolt Pistol, 3 of them, and only did like 2 wounds and only killed 1 dude. But it was the assault that I brought to them that time that did great. It was 26 hits, and then it was like I want to say like 8 wounds or something like that. So we retaliated strong. So that was 1 unit out of 3 that I needed, and then the Stormwolf, or sorry, not Stormwolf, but the Thunderwolf Cav, they moved around. They assaulted and destroyed the Storm Raven with great ease. The Long Fangs shot put a whole point of damage on the one Razorback that was all the way in the back corner. You'll see it in the next video clip that's attached to this whole video. Put a whole point on that thing, and then Long Fangs didn't really get to do anything else because everything was already in combat at that point. And then my one Storm Fang did really well. I placed a blast marker so that way it landed in between 2 squads, and it killed 4 from one squad and then 2 from another. And then the missiles from the Storm Fang, they fired, but they didn't really do too much damage because I rolled really poorly on my twin linked. First time in the game. And then the Stormwolf poured out some firepower too, and killed a couple more guys. And then really, that was it for turn 4. At the end of Bobby's turn 4, I finally killed No, I'm sorry. In my turn 4, I also killed Tigarius. I killed him with a Thunderhammer. So he was dead, and I killed the other 2 Centurions the turn before. So it was the 1 Centurion left, the Sergeant, and he killed my Thunderhammer Storm Shield that was in a challenge with him. Go figure, right? And so it was great because Bobby held in combat, which allowed me to do a little bit more throughout the game without getting shot to death. But he finally broke and ran away, and then I was stuck in combat with like 2 squads or 3 squads of vanilla Marines. So I was definitely going to win that one. It was just a matter of how many of my guys he took out before I killed off his squads or made them fall back. Actually, no, one of the squads did fall back along with the Centurions. and then they were considered destroyed along with the Centurions. But I didn't care about that. All I cared about was getting those 3 units destroyed in close combat. So I got them. I got Storm Raven, then I got Tigarius, and then the other squad of Ultramarines. And so at the end of the game, really the biggest take back, tactical thing for this one would have been that I played really well. Like I didn't just push all my guys forward and get them shot to death, because I thought that was the only way to get into combat. But learning 7th edition now and learning how it works, 40K is a good game overall. Like shooting wise, assault wise, you can get into assault really easily. All you have to do is push cheap transports. Drop pods is one way to do it, but you leave yourself open to shooting and fire for like 2 turns almost. Yeah, pretty much for almost 2 turns you get shot, which is the way I would not want to go. I would drop pod a combi squad in, but that'd be about it. When it comes down to it, I used the 2 rhinos. I just moved up 18 inches because you can move 12 in your movement phase and then flat out another 6. That's 18 inches. So even if you can't disembark an assault in turn 2, you're not likely to get shot to death like you are with a drop pod. Even playing against Tau or some of the other armies, it's really awesome though. Like the way that game went. And Bobby was a champ. He did a good job. He didn't get mad or anything. We started losing. We had a great time. So it was awesome. And that was pretty much it for our game. I'm proud of my army. I finally found a list that works with them. And the Champions of Fenris, if you can include it, that's great. But the Wolves Unleashed from the regular codex, that's the best way to go, in my opinion. Just because you get 9 elite slots choices doesn't make it amazing. Having that auto reserve come in every single turn, you bring 1 unit in auto reserve, that's awesome. It makes a huge difference, especially if you're running SpaceWolves with outflank on each unit, because you can outflank 1 unit automatically. You don't even have to roll for them. So then you can trust your D6 to roll that, that 5 or 6 a little bit easier. But that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. Again, I wish I could have shown you the battlefield between turns 3 and 4. But like I said, a lot of assaults this turn, this whole game. So I'm looking forward to the next battle report I bring to you guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys get a chance, check out my Facebook page with my group. We're called the Rogue Traders, and it's Camden, Delaware. All right, take it easy. I'll get back to you guys.